Polynomial functions, sections 3.3 to 3.4. Example 5. Find the remaining zeros of f of x equal x to the fourth minus 8x cubed plus 23x squared minus 14x minus 26 if one of the zeros is 3 plus 2i. Step 1. Because f of x has real coefficients, the conjugate of 3 plus 2i, namely 3 minus 2i, must also be a 0. Step 2. So that's one of our zeros. Step 2, solve x equals 3 plus 2i or x equal 3 minus 2i for 0. So we want to, for the first equation, subtract 3 and subtract 2i from both sides of the equal sign to get x minus 3 minus 2i equals 0. For the second equation, subtract 3 and add 2i to both sides of the equal sign to get x minus 3 plus 2i equals 0. And that means the product has to be 0, so the quantity x minus 3 minus 2i times the quantity x minus 3 plus 2i has to equal 0. So we want to distribute each term of the first factor times each term of the second factor. So we'll have x times the quantity x minus 3 plus 2i. So it's x times each term. X times x is x squared. X times minus 3 is minus 3x. X times 2i plus 2ix. And then we'll have minus 3 times each term of the second polynomial, second factor. Minus 3 times x is minus 3x. Minus 3 times minus 3 is plus 9. Minus 3 times 2i is minus 6i. Okay, and then we want to distribute the negative 2i times each term of the second factor. So minus 2i times x is minus 2ix. Minus 2i times minus 3 is plus 6i. And minus 2i times minus 2i would be minus 4i squared, which is the same as plus 4, because I squared is negative 1. Okay, so then we can combine like terms. So we have only one x squared term. Minus 3x plus minus 3x is 6x. The plus 2i minus 2i will cancel. Minus 6i plus 6i cancels. And 9 plus 4 is 13. So the product is going to be x squared minus 6x plus 13. And for these values of x equals 3 plus or minus 2i, this will equal 0. So the original polynomial is going to be divisible by x squared minus 6x plus 13. Okay, so the second step is to do long division. Our original polynomial is inside the box. Our divisor is outside the box. And we want to divide the highest power of x by the highest power of x. So x to the fourth divided by x squared is x squared. We'll put x squared on top. And then multiply the x squared times each term of the divisor. So x squared times x squared is x to the fourth. X squared times minus 6x to the third. X squared times 13 would be 13x squared. Let's see if this is a better pen. Okay, so then we can subtract. Well, the way we subtract, we change the sign, then add or subtract according to the sign. So this positive x to the fourth will become a negative x to the fourth. Negative 6 becomes a positive 6. Plus 13 becomes a minus 13. And then we add or subtract like terms according to the sign. X to the fourth minus x to the fourth cancels. Negative 8 plus 6 would be negative 2 x to the third. 23 minus 13 is 10 x to the second. And then we can bring down the next term, which is minus 14x. And then divide again. So it's the highest power of x divided by the highest power of x. Minus 2x to the third divided by x squared is going to be minus 2x. And then multiply. Minus 2x times x squared is minus 2x to the third. Minus 2x times minus 6x is plus 12x squared. Minus 2x times 13 is minus 26x. Draw the line, change the signs. Negative 2 becomes plus 2. Plus 12 becomes minus 12. Minus 26 becomes plus 26. Then add or subtract like terms according to the sign. So this minus 2 plus 2 is 0. 10 minus 12 will be negative 2x to the second. Negative 14 plus 26 would be plus 12x. And bring down the next term, which is negative 26. And then divide again. The highest power of x divided by the highest power of x. Minus 2x squared divided by x squared is negative 2. Negative 2 goes on top, and then multiply. So negative 2 times each term. Negative 2 times x squared. Negative 2 times negative 6x is plus 12x. And negative 2 times 13 is negative 26. Draw the line, change the signs. Negative 2 becomes plus, plus 12 becomes minus. Negative 26 becomes plus. And then add or subtract like terms according to the sign. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. 12 minus 12 is 0. Negative 26 plus 26 is 0. So we have remainder 0. So our answer from the long division then is x squared minus 2x minus 2. And then we want to find out what values of x will make this equal to 0. Because this cannot be easily factored, we're going to use the quadratic formula. There's no number in front of the x squared. It's assumed to be 1. So we have 1x squared minus 2x minus 2 equals 0. A is the number in front of x squared, which is 1. B is the number in front of x, which is negative 2. C is the number by itself, which is negative 2. And we want to substitute into the formula here. X is equal to minus b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So this is going to be equal to minus b, which is negative 2, plus or minus square root b squared is be negative 2 squared minus 4, and a is 1, so it's negative 4 times 1, and c is negative 2, and the whole thing is over 2 times a, which would be 2 times 1. Okay, so then double negative is positive, so it's going to be 2 plus or minus square root negative 2 squared. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. The minus sign is squared also. And negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. Then times negative 2 is plus 8. 2 times 1 is 2. So we can write this as 2 plus or minus square root of 12 over 2. 12 is not a perfect square, but we can write this as 4 times 3. 2 plus or minus square root of 4 times 3 over 2. And as long as there's not more than one minus sign, you can take square root of a product as the product of the square roots. So we can write this 2 plus or minus square root of 4 square root of 3 all over 2. Square root of 4 is 2. 2 plus or minus 2 square root of 3 over 2. Then we can split up the fraction bar, distribute the denominator. So it's 2 over 2 plus or minus 2 root 3 over 2. The 2 divided by 2 is 1. Here the 2's will cancel, so it'll be 1 plus or minus root 3. So the remaining zeros, we already said that 3 minus 2i is a 0, and additionally we have 1 plus root 3 and 1 minus root 3. And that concludes this presentation.